What's up, people? Arslan here. So today we're about to get into Wonder Man Issue 3. The story opens up with Wonder Man flying through the city, just going fast enough not to break the windows. He'll get there just in time to save his friend Randolph. Simon busts through the high-rise window and is able to stop the Spot before he gets Randolph. As Randolph says, he always knew this house was haunted, thinking the Spot is a ghost. Simon responds and says that the Spot is not a ghost. He's not an assassin either, because Randolph is not important enough. The Spot then agrees and says that washed-up man is right, that he didn't charge his assassination rate, as Wonder Man says he'll stop his pacifism just for the Spot. The battle takes a bizarre turn when Spot and Wonder Man enter his portal. As he does so, it looks like he seemingly slices Wonder Man clean in half. Spot is stunned when Simon survives without an issue. Wonder Man explains that his body isn't truly human anymore. It's essentially an ionic energy being, more like a living ion battery than a flesh and blood. Randolph rushes to Simon's severed lower half and embraces him tearfully, terrified he might be witnessing yet another funeral. Two bewildered police officers arrive with weapons drawn, struggling to comprehend the sight of a famous actor and a superhero casually surviving dismemberment. Even while split in two, Wonder Man keeps fighting. Spot eventually retreats through a portal, escaping capture. Simon's lower half reforms with the rest of his body as he crashes into nearby officers, much to Randolph's relief that his friend is once whole again. Spot teases Wonder Man one more time, and he tells him that he can't get away, but the Spot doesn't care. He'll see him around, or maybe, doubtfully, he won't. The aftermath quickly becomes a public relations disaster. K10 News air leaks body cam footage that makes Wonder Man appear to be reckless and aggressive toward police officers. The anchor mocks him on air, dubbing him Blunder Man and turning the incident into a media spectacle. Hoping to keep Randolph safe from the Spot's continued pursuit, Wonder Man, Hellcat, and Randolph meet with District Attorney Boyd, who requests protective custody. Boyd refuses, citing red ink and negative publicity surrounding Wonder Man and all these other superheroes hanging around with Randolph. With official help denied, Hellcat suggests hiding Randolph somewhere secure themselves. Hellcat transports Randolph to the Avengers Coast West campus at the old Santa Monica airport, assuring him he'll be safe there. Elsewhere, a bespectacled talent agent tells a young hero killer Wop that he secured a callback audition for Darkhall. Simon quickly realizes the agent achieves this by using his own audition tape, saying, "Go for Walter," hinting that something far more sinister is unfolding behind the scenes. The truth is revealed when the agent is shown secretly working with Spot. While Spot lounges poolside in a pink bathrobe, the two discuss their plan. Spot acknowledges that Wonder Man would be very difficult to eliminate, but Randolph is far easier prey. Inside the campus, unaware of the betrayal, Hellcat watches Randolph trying to put on the silver Cetarian helmet, and she didn't know that the armor wasn't a statue. She grabs her head in disdain while the Spot keeps asking the agent if he can get some work after this whole ordeal is over. The agent subtly pressures Randolph, suggesting that hiding near the Avengers could make him collateral damage during a future attack, and also raise his insurance rates. Randolph suggests that he stays with Wonder Man, but he warns Randolph that the Grim Reaper is there. Randolph thinks it's a super swell idea. At the same time, the agent casually asks Killer Watt for permission to keep a Cessna parked nearby, laying additional groundwork for his scheme. Away from the investigation, Simon visits Alma's Tacos, where the owner worries that recent fires have devastated local businesses. As Simon walks through the neighborhood afterward, he politely declines an offer to join a celebrity sightseeing tour, continuing his attempt to stay connected with ordinary people despite his superhero life. Walter takes the disguise in a Cessna and contacts the Spot, who was amusing himself by performing tricks for tourists on Venice Beach. Walter reveals he successfully manipulated Randolph into staying at Simon's home in Altadena and promises to send Randolph's Spot the address, effectively handing the villain exactly what he wants. Simon, Hellcat, and Randolph arrive at Simon's house, where Simon's brother Eric, the Grim Reaper, is relaxing among Simon's prized collection of framed linen-backed movie posters. Simon can't shake the feeling that something about the case doesn't add up, and he and Hellcat step outside to discuss it. As Simon and Hellcat talk, they begin questioning Spot's true motive and wonder if they're overlooking critical pieces of the puzzle. Just as the conversation turns more personal and the two lean in towards a kiss, Eric suddenly comes crashing through the exterior wall, or at least his hand and blade does. From inside the house, Spot has launched an ambush. A brutal fight erupts inside the home, destroying furniture and tearing through Simon's treasured movie poster collection. Spot's attack on the posters enrages Simon as much as the assault itself, and he responds by kicking the villain violently through a wall. The battle spills outdoors as Simon and Hellcat work together against the Spot. Simon unleashes a devastating sonic shockwave by clapping his hands together, creating a thunderous boom that briefly disorients the porter-wielding villain. Hellcat cracks her whip at the Spot, who's becoming tired of this whole entire gig. The Spot recovers quickly, using his portals to dodge Hellcat's whip and trip her from impossible angles. Meanwhile, Randolph watches the fight from the doorway, recording everything on his phone in hopes that the footage will go viral online. The Grim Reaper charges back into the conflict, swinging his deadly scythe at the Spot. The villain effortlessly redirects the attack using his portals. The scythe vanishes into one portal and emerges from another directly in front of Simon. As Wonder Man, Hellcat, and Randolph yell, "Oh my God!" Spot clearly pulls the scythe back through the portal on Simon's chest, impaling the Grim Reaper. As the Spot begins to laugh maniacally, all three of them fall down. As the three hit the ground, we hear a sound slack. As Hellcat looks in shock, calling out Simon, he looks back, grinning, saying, "You'd better call 911 because he's afraid to move." I enjoy the Spot as a villain. I always think he makes it fun and exciting with all of his crazy portal antics. Let's see who really got shish kebab this time. Stay tuned. So that's all. I'll catch you all later. Bye.